Hi everyone, just before we get into this review, apparently it was walls of glass, so if you hear me say wall of glass, it's meant to be walls. The file name I received said walls of glass, but to be fair to the person who sent it through, they said it separately in the message I received to it. So yeah, walls of glass, cool. Sup shredders, my name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SB Reviews, where today we're going to be listening to a track from an act named Kevin Psaiko. And this song is called Wall of Glass. And we're going to switch over to here. We're going to listen to this track from start till finish, and we're going to hear what we think. Let's go. Oh, we're starting with that piano. Awesome. Very competent performance. Nicely planned and nicely panned in stereo mix as well. Oh, guitar sounds really beautiful actually. Nice tonality to it.
Every time I look into your eyes, there's nothing left to see. Nothing but my own mistakes staring back at me.
Oh, okay, so the wall of glass is kind of like a mirror staring, with the stuff staring back at him. Okay.
I won't say it wasn't my fault, but why are you talking like it was just me who made mistakes?
Okay, I get it. So he's trying to rationalize the situation. You've got a nice bass resonance there as well. It's a really pretty song so far. And he's got a really interesting texture to his voice. You know, I can understand what he's saying. It's the deep sort of, there's a lot of warmth to it. It's been well recorded.
We both made mistakes, we both were wrong, we both were sleeping and dreaming awake every day.
Dreaming away every day. So we've all made mistakes. So it's talking about how everyone's a little bit guilty. So it means we shouldn't really pile on to each other. And maybe we're taking things for granted a little bit.
Then I started to realize that nothing were as fine as we thought. A walls made.
I'm liking that we're working within a key signature here and we're sticking to the notes that make sense. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, we're working with the parallel major there, aren't we? Yeah, that's interesting.
Started to crumble down. We both made mistakes, we both were wrong, we both were sleeping.
I do like this vocal melody here. I think that's like there's like, if I was to, how do I say this? I like how he's holding that note and there's that little legato bit at the end of the tail. I like how we're varying between dun 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 dun, that kind of groove, and then we hold those notes in the second half.
Dreaming awake every day. And of course, you are still dreaming.
I'm getting a Soundgarden vibe from this for some reason.
Of course, everything were my fault. So please, try to wake up, try to remember we were more than pain, more than mistakes, more than tears.
Okay, cool. We're switching to like a D or an E section now after that little interlude. There's a lot going on in 3.5 minutes. I have to hand it to Kevin Psaiko. That's well played. That's pretty cool.
We both made mistakes.
You know, when he's asking that person to wake up from it, to kind of wake up from their assumptions that there's only one person that's at fault, and to kind of remember how things were good beforehand.
We're wrong. We both were sleeping and dreaming away every day.
The guitar solo there is quite quiet. I can hear it. And I think part of the difficulty with mixing a guitar solo in at that point is that you've got it competing in a similar frequency range to the vocals. Now, I'm not saying it's been mixed badly or anything like that. It's just tough to get both of those elements sitting visibly without them kind of fighting each other. Okay, cool. See, what's happening here is really smart. This addresses what I was saying about 10, 30, 15 seconds ago, because where the vocals are stepping back a little bit with the main messages of it. So it's still, you know, you're still hearing the main sort of message that the vocalist wants you to hear, but the guitar now has more space and room to breathe because it's working in call and response with the vocalist. I'm actually pleasantly surprised with that. I wasn't sure how that song was going to end up. You know, not that I have a bad sort of like impression or anything of, I don't have a bad impression of Kevin Psaiko at all. I think that he's a pretty good vocalist. I'm not sure if English is his first language, and it's okay if that's not the case. He's doing pretty well regardless. You know, it's just you get the main parts of the song that you need to through the lyrics and the messages. He communicates in a way that is genuine and authentic. He does sound like he's calling out to someone. He sounds like he's contemplating the situation and trying to find the best way forward. That humanity there is very important in a vocal performance in this regard. You know, good job for Kevin Psaiko for doing that. The guitar solo at the end was pretty dope. You know, I'm liking how it built in intensity as it went on, and when it finally had room to breathe, it just shredded it. It was dope. And yeah, the bass was well put in the mix. It was nice and supportive along with the drum kit. I know the drum had some fills and stuff, some triplet fills on the toms, but it was fairly supportive of the main parts, which were kind of well, obviously the singer was the main focal point of the mix for the most part, but also the guitar solo at the end. You know, there was clear determination of which bits needed to take precedence by Kevin, and I have a lot of respect for that. Well done. I don't really know what else to say about this one. I think that most people listening to this will have gotten the main message of the song, so reiterating it along with what I've already said beforehand probably isn't particularly constructive. I think that a lot of people, though, will be able to relate to this song as a single. It's a smart choice. It's 3.5 minutes, so it's short enough that most people will be able to take the time to check it out. You know, initially, like the only part I was sort of like, is this going to be like, does this sound commercially viable? Was just with that lead part and the last chorus, but I understand why it was quieter, and it went to the right place when it needed to, you know, and again, it just shows that we've got a fundamental understanding of how to not only write and record and play music, but you also know how to produce it. So that's sick. So I want to listen to that last chorus a little bit. That part there is absolutely beautiful. That is a harmony there that I quite like. The chorus, you know, it wasn't cheesy. It had the propensity to, but I think the way that he was singing, it was like loving and caring. It just seems, I think the cheesiness can come when it just seems like someone's trying to get a paycheck, you know? I don't think that's the case for Kevin. I think he has a real passion. I think this song comes from real life experiences, and that's what's going to allow him to succeed, is to sing from the heart and for the music to be that level. And that's effectively Kevin. Ow, I just got my finger stuck in the desk, so now it really hurts. That's a fun way to end a music review. That's my review of Kevin Psaiko's Wall of Glass. Hopefully you enjoyed listening to these tracks. This track, sorry, we're listening to one. You can tell I've done a few of these reviews too. My mind's absolutely, you know. But if you enjoyed Wall of Glass and Kevin Psaiko, please do go check out his various social medias. And I'm sure he's got a SoundCloud and Spotify and all that. And stay cool, stay safe, and remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you next review. Spider hands out.